Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dami Babz and I am the founder of Versed Vessels Co. and the creator of the Simple Agenda Planner, which we have here. We've just launched our 2025 edition, and I'm going to be doing a quick flip through to show you the new design, the new layout of our 2025 planner. This year we have launched actually 6 colors, 2 of which we had last year, and we've launched 4 brand new colors, which I'm sure you would all love, and we'll find something that kind of suits you from the lineup. So I'm going to show you really quickly the covers that we have. Here we have the white marble, which we had last year in 2024, and it's made a comeback. I absolutely love this. It's so up my alley. As you can see, I love the marble. So this is our 2025 white marble. Next one is the pink flowers. So if you're someone that loves pink and you love flowers, then this is for you. It's really, really beautiful. It's got a glossy front and it's just, yeah, really, really nice. The next one we have is our coffee brown. Look at this. It is so good. I'm just looking at it again and I'm like, whoa, it's so nice. It's given that sort of leather, manly, muted, just, yeah, I really like it actually. This is the coffee brown. So if you're one of those people that love like brown and kind of that neutral look, then this would be for you. Next up, we have our navy blue. Again, this is a really nice. So we have 4 plain colors and 3 sort of patterned designs. So this is the navy blue as well, just really, really nice color. And then I'll show you another pattern one, which is the muted floral. So this is almost kind of florally, but kind of muted with the sort of beigey tone there, as you can see it. So that's your muted floral. And finally, we have the black, which again is our staple signature cover. So the black has always kind of existed since we launched in 2023. I love black and white. That's kind of like the theme of my brand and of what I do. So the black just had to be there. So this is your black, and it's really, really nice. So I'm going to use the pink flowers as the the model for this video. And so like I said, we have the white marble and the pink flowers in the glossy kind of cover, and then the plain colors, these ones are in the matte look. You have a hard cover as usual, and you also have our logo at the back there and the name of the planner and the year. We have a wire binding black, and it's that for every planner. So when you first open it, you're going to have your year at a glance for 2025 on this inside cover page. So you have that quick reference if you're looking for a date, and you don't have to kind of flip through the planner itself. You can get that at first glance. And the same thing for 2026 on this side. You have this that just tells you that's created by myself. That's kind of just standard. And standard, we've got the contact details as well for Versed Vessels. You have your nameplate page here, so you can put your name, social media handle, whatever you want. You have your message from myself here. It just kind of says, yeah, thank you for choosing the planner and supporting me. So you have your content page. There are a few changes in the planner, which this video, I'm not going to kind of go through all that. I think I'll do another video showing you kind of the different pages and how we've changed things up for this year. This one, I just want it to be a quick flip through of the planner. So you have your content on this side and your how to use on this side, and then an index page. We've just added page numbers to the planners now. So can you see that? Meaning that, yes, you can have this index page. If you have something you want to reference, you can put the page number, so it's easy for you to kind of find it in your planner. You have your 2024 review, so just reviewing the year. How did you celebrate your birthday? What were your achievements, challenges, that kind of thing, and you can rate the year as well. Then you're going to fill out a little bit about yourself, so your self-reflection, answering some questions. What's your favorite destination for holiday? What do you love about yourself? If you won the lottery, what would you do? What are you currently loving, watching, that kind of thing. This is a new section for the about me that we just added into your life area assessment. So you have the 8 life areas that we've kind of chosen for our planners, and you can kind of rate your level of satisfaction and fulfillment in each of these areas. And then you can make a little note in terms of what you observe. And then the stars is for you to color in which ones you think will be the focus for your, intentions and your goals for the year ahead. So it really just helps you to kind of think before you even dive into the planner, what are the areas that you want to focus on in the new year. And then you have this little prompt that tells you to do the same exercise for your year end review. So I'll show you that at the very end when we get there. But yeah, you can do that, reviewing it and seeing if there's been any changes, any difference, and just making a note of that. And then you have your first divider page, which is just your calendar. I really love this page, it looks so good. And it just says 1 calendar, 12 chapters, 365 chances. Then new for 2025, you have these 2 yearly trackers. So you can track mood, you can track your weight, you can track, even if you wanted to track a habit for the whole year, health check, all them stuff like that, you can track it here. If you're into kind of color coding as well, you can put a key chart here. Any notes and reflections, you can put it here, but you have 2 spaces for that. If you want to track even like menstrual cycle, that kind of thing, you can really track it here to see for the whole year. Bible reading, how did you do? You can do it on this page. And then you have your your quarterly calendars. So what we've done is, rather than trying to squash everything all into one kind of 2-page spread, let's do it quarterly. You can really take it 1 quarter at a time. So you have January to March here and your perpetual calendar. So every day of the month is kind of listed here for you to put any birthdays, anniversaries, events, occasions, you can put it there. And then you have your holidays still, at that first glance for the quarter. And then you have these 3 boxes here, or spaces here, for you to be able to put more events, occasion, that kind of thing, important dates for that month. Or you could also use it as a kind of quarter 1. What are the things you want to do for different areas of your life, or for reviewing or putting down your highlight for that month? It's very, very very flexible and versatile for you to be able to do whatever you want. So you have that for January to March, April to June, so quarter 2, July to September, quarter 3, and finally October to December for quarter 4. And then you have your 2026 plan ahead. So this is a year in a 2-page spread, yet at a glance for 2026. So you can start putting any important dates. And then your second divider page is your prep work. So I've got a note here that says to look through your prep work at the start of every month or week to review, monitor, and track your progress. There's no point in doing all of this and just ignoring it for the whole year. So I really encourage you and advise you to make sure you review these pages at the start of every month to just kind of see where you are, what have you done so far, and what can you cross off your list. So you have this page, which is now our 2025 on a page, in a sense that, obviously you're going to do all that prep work, but this is like your go-to, page where you can see your word for the year, why you chose it, any inspiration, quote, or verse, your main goals for the year. You can put all 4 here so you can see at first glance. And then we have like an action plan breakdown pages that's on page 32 to 35. So if you want to break those goals down even further into like action steps and tasks and deadlines and stuff like that, you can do that for your 4 main goals. And then what one fear you want to overcome, healthy habit you want to cultivate, bad habit to break, and what one thing you're looking forward to in the year. So that's just like a nice 1-pager for 2025. This is a new page as well. This is a new layout as well to note. It's a new page because I really felt like, when you're talking intentions for your year, what are those intentions in terms of these different headings I've given you here? And then you can also put one other title for yourself here for what you intend to do for the year. You have a year list, so you can really start brain dumping everything you want to do for the year in this spot, and then you can obviously tick them as you get through it. But yeah, this is just for you to really brain dump and just offload everything on your mind that you want to do for 2025, and you can have that again all in one view. This is a new page for your vision, so your life area vision. Back to those 8 life areas I mentioned earlier. What is your vision when it comes to these 8 areas for the year ahead, or even for the future? What do you see yourself doing or achieving in terms of your health and wellness, your finances, your home and environment? Like, what's the dream? What's the vision? What's the passion in terms of these areas? And then I've got this 2-page graph grid here, which you can use to create a vision board. So off the back of this, you can create a vision board. But if you're not a vision board kind of person, then you could just obviously mind map, or you can just brainstorm and do all sorts of things you want. You could also use it for lists, for ideas. You can use it for that. And one thing to note as well, in the how to use section, I really do give you ideas of how to, in the content section, I really do give you ideas of how each of the section is broken down into. So for example, I said you could use the graph grid for your vision board, or you could use it to brainstorm ideas, so content, meal, self-care, workout, date night, or you can create lists, so reading lists, what do you want to read, home project, wish list. So that's what, is really, I would advise that you read through those, these 2 pages, your content and how to use, to give you a good idea of how to use your planner and what's inside. Then another thing to note is in the planner, there are these markings right here, one in the center, on the side, and on the side and the bottom there. The whole idea is you could actually divide this page up into, I might get this wrong, but it's not quadrants, but you can just divide it up into sort of little squares. So if you just follow my finger all the way down there, and there, all the way down there, and across and across and across, and you could actually have 12 boxes. So if you wanted a whole year at a glance for January through to December on a page for something in particular, I don't know what, but you can do that with this page. So that's the whole idea with kind of like the little dots. If you see and you're wondering what they are, it's just to be able to divide the page up. You could also divide it up long ways as well. So just different ways you can divide it up, but it can become 12 squares if you wanted. Then this is the goal breakdown page I was talking about earlier. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 for your 4 main goals, to break them down. So these are like your main goal that you really want to get done. And then obviously your intentions is just the things that you want to do. You want to start, you want to stop, you want to change, you want to buy, you want to save. Yeah. But in terms of your goals, like what are your goals? So for me, every year my goal is to launch the Simple Agenda Planner. And I'm really proud of myself that I've done so thus far. And I pray that it will just always, it will be something I'll get to launch every year, and it gets bigger. And yeah, it has a greater and wider reach. But yeah, that's always my goal. And in terms of my task, I'm breaking down when I need to finish the design, when I need to contact my printers, when I need to, take the video, like what I'm filming right now, when I need to take the pictures for the listing on online, that kind of thing. I break it all down here, put my due dates. And I must say that I always end up doing it a bit later than I would love to. But for next year, fingers crossed, I can do it even sooner and earlier. So that's the kind of thing you can use your goal breakdown page for. Finally, well, actually not finally, still a bit more prep work to go. Your habits. So you have 8 habits that you can track for the course of the year. We have weekly habit trackers that allow you to track those 8 things, those 8 items that you've listed. So you have A through to H for your goal and for your habits. Why do you want to track that? What's the goal in terms of, like, is it 3 times a week? Is it every day? That kind of thing. And then what's your plan for getting it done? So for me, I work out Monday to Friday I work out, and my plan is just, as soon as I wake up, it's one of the first things I do in the morning. I don't like working out in the evening, to be honest. If I say I'm going to work out in the evening, it won't happen. I know that for sure. So I always try and do it in the morning. So that's your habit. And then you have your routines here. So again, it's unlabeled for you to be able to put morning, evening, skincare, cleaning, that kind of thing, whatever habit and routines you want to put in place. And then what are those steps? What does it look like? Alternatively, you can use it as like a seasonal routine. So in the summer, what do you do? In the winters, autumn, and in spring, that kind of thing. You can use that to break it down. And then it's also got this little space for you to be able to put like time, or when it happens, to break it down like that and be more specific. Then you have your recurring tasks pages. So this is a new page for the year. Now I have a few things I always like to do, and sometimes they're monthly, they're daily, they're weekly. So I created this table to just be able to jot down those things. So things like cleaning the oven, cleaning the windows, all those little tasks like that just builds up over the course of the year. Why don't you use this space to break them all down and then tick how often they happen, And if you want to be specific, so if you say like weekly, what day in the week does it happen? Or if it's just weekly, you don't really have a specific date, then you don't have to tick that. If you say yearly, if you say monthly, what months do they happen? Is it quarterly? Is it bi-monthly, that kind of thing? You can really break it down here. You also have this space here for if you wanted to put a category. So if, for example, it's all cleaning tasks, you could just put cleaning and then put all the different tasks that you do that are recurring. It could be for bills as well, bills that come out whenever they come out. You can take when they come out. So when you're planning in your main, when you get into your main plan, you can just refer to here and say, okay, what is it that I'm supposed to be doing in March? What are all those tasks that I said I would always do in March, or I plan on doing in March? You have this space to be able to just break down those recurring tasks. And finally, we have a timetable here, empty, for you to be able to fill in. It could either be for like an ideal week or an ideal or a typical week, should I say, of what your week usually looks like. In previous years, it was Monday to Wednesday on this side, and then Thursday, Fridays. But I kind of decided to put all the weekdays together, so Monday to Friday together. So you have that kind of, especially if you're someone that works Monday to Friday, you can just easily put work and have it go all the way to Friday, and then you have your weekend separate on this side. So this is your kind of timetable to map out what your week looks like. Alternatively, you can use it for like your school timetable. Sorry, or you can use it for like family activities and schedules, just to be able to map that out here. So you can put the time running through. You can start from 5 a.m. and then go through, I think it's probably 10 p.m. or so, to be able to kind of map out what your week looks like. And then here you have your weekly schedule. So again, if you said you want to do cleaning so you want to do laundry every day, for example, then you could be a bit more specific in terms of what gets done on Monday, what gets done on Tuesday. Again, this header's got these lines here. If you wanted to split this down to create two different lists, or you can just have it as one list. So if you wanted to say laundry, when it comes to my laundry, what do I do on Mondays? What do I do on cleaning? What do we do on Mondays? What do we do on, you can really break it down even further in terms of the specificity of what you do. And that's your prep work done. So every month I advise you to go through all this and just see how you're doing, see what you're missing, see what you could do better, as part of like your review and plan for the next month. And then this is your plan divider page, and we go into our monthly calendar. So this is January's monthly calendar, and all the other calendars are like this. You have your main calendar, daily planning space here, and then you have a perpetual calendar here where you can use it for running to-do lists or birthdays, or align a day, like a gratitude a day, just all sorts of things. Again, I give you ideas of what you could use it for here. So you have a perpetual calendar, which you give for birthdays, to your work rota, habit tracking, word/gratitude a day, a running to-do list, content planning, whatever you want. You can like do it here for each day, and it's separate from what's going on in here. I really like that. So it's almost like having two calendars, just one is like a box style and one is like a list style. You have a mini calendar of the next month, some line spaces for notes, and then a challenge tracker. So this is before was just a normal tracker we had in previous years, but now I'm referring to it as a challenge tracker, because I want you to be able to just think of something, fun kind of challenge you want to do. So for example, no spend, you can put it there, no spend. It's not something you track in every month or anything, but it's just for that month. You want to track a no spend and see how well you do, or maybe do 10K steps for the month, for each day of the month. You can do that. So this is really, and I plan on kind of sending out monthly challenges on our Instagram page, for next year, that you can kind of join in on, and we can see how well we do. Another thing to note actually is our calendars are lined. So you have lines there to kind of hide your writing, to make it easy for you to write in. And then one thing you might be wondering is, why do we have this header here? Why do we have these boxes? Well, I'll tell you, I did something really clever, in a sense that if you prefer to do a monthly habit tracking, right? If you don't like weekly, because it's just too short to really monitor how well you're doing in that habit, which we have in our weekly dashboard, that we have a habit tracker for the week. But if you prefer a monthly one, then this would be your go-to, because what I've done is, can you see the squares? There is 8 squares here, and it's meant to line up nicely with the 8 habits that you've noted here. So A to H. So my plan and vision for that was, you could put A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, right? That, and then like track those habits, and you can really see it for the whole month. And then if you wanted to put like, you know, the legend, so A is blah blah blah, B is blah blah blah, you can do that in this space. So that's something that's you know, you could do with this monthly dashboard. It's very versatile. Again, I just really wanted something that allows you to be able to do what you want, but it still works, and that's what this spread is for. And then into our monthly dashboard. So your monthly dashboard is for planning and for review. So your planning here, you have your this month. So what's your focus? You could use it for focus, you could use it for intention, gratitude, affirmation, anything like that. So just set you off for the month ahead. And then your top 3 goals. So your top 3 goals you can put here, and then what are the little steps that you need to do to achieve those goals, you can put it right here, and then also tick it or cross it off, you know, as you get through it, and then ultimately tick that you've done that goal, and yeah, it's all great. Or you could use it as a life area header. So you could choose a life area and then think, what are the goals or what are the things I want to get done in that life area for the month. So you could put personal, you could put business, you could put work, you could put home, you could put health, whatever you want in terms of life area, you can put it there, and then the little goals for it. We have 2 lists here, so you can create a personal list and a work list. You could create you know, a to-do list and a to-buy list, anything like that you want to do for the month. And then you have this space again open for notes, a quote. I usually use mine for like a memory verse to just inspire me and encourage me for the month ahead. And that's your planning page. And then you have your review page, which you can use to write down your highs, your lows, your wins, your things you want to improve overall. How was this month? And then your monthly fave. So what was the favorite thing that you watched, that you read, you listened to, purchased, that kind of thing. And you have this graph grid for notes, or I use it for budgeting as well, to kind of just plan and map out, you know, how I'm spending things and expenses and stuff like that. And finally, we have our weekly dashboard and daily planning. So weekly dashboard again starts with this week, where you can put your focus for the week, a gratitude, positive affirmation, a prayer to start you off for the week. What are your priorities, your top 3 priorities for that week? And then this is your habit tracker, like I was saying. So you have 8 items, and you can put what your goal is and what did you actually do. So you could say like you want to work out for 5 days a week, and then you might have actually done 3. So you can really like see at first glance how well you're doing. Graph grid for notes and your reflections, anything you want to do, you can use that space for that. And then you come into your daily page. Again, as you can see, it has no header. It has that kind of free form to allow you to do it, use it as you wish. But I do set out in the how to use in terms of how you could use it. So your first space here could be your top focus, top priority, top goal, top task, top something of that day. Like, what is that one thing that you really must and want to get done? You can put that there. And then you have this space here for putting down any reminders. So if it's someone's birthday, if it's an anniversary, if you've got an Amazon delivery coming, if you want to track the weather or anything like that, you can put it there. Then you have your daily schedule here. So you can put a time schedule. So I usually start my day at 8 and I go to 10, and then put, you know, what's happening at different times of the day in this space, and then tick them off as they happen. Or you could just create a running to-do list, like today I need to do bam 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 bam, whether it's work, whether it's personal, just put that all there. And then if you have any that's time specific, you can put the time next to it, but at least that way, you know, you've been able to put down the task and when it's going to happen, and if it does happen, you can tick it off. This space is for more notes, reflections, to-do list, doodles, anything like that. You can use it, or you can also use it as a daily sort of journaling space. So if you want to quickly journal, and that way you have like it's like a mixture of like a journal and a planner, because you can journal, you can plan in terms of your schedule for the day, and then also journal about how that day went. I actually use this space for journaling. Just 3 lines, just something short and sweet of what happened that day that you want to remember, whether good or bad. You can just use it. Yeah. So again, however way you use. If you feel like you need little lines or little space, or you need more space, feel free to use it how you wish. And then this last space is for your, if you want to make note of your dinner. So if you're someone that likes to track your meals, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, you can write it there. Your water intake, your steps, sleep hours, anything like that, you can track it there. Again, I'll just show you in your how to use. I'll give you ideas of the different section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, you could write daily win, gratitude, or highlight your meals, water intake, self-care, that kind of thing. It's perfect for that. And there's a little tip here as well that says if you want to do like a top 3 tasks for the day, you can use section 2 or section 5. So I'll just show you really quickly what I mean by that. So if you wanted to do top 3, you could do 1, 2, 3 and then put it there, or 1, 2, 3 and do a task there. So one thing to note is our planner is for a week on 4 pages. So you have half a page to each day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and your weekend are together there. And then it just repeats the same thing, weekly dashboard, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and it goes all the way through that way. One thing to note is, again, we have your week numbers listed at the very top there. So for every weekly dashboard, it tells you what week number you are. You also have the day number you are on. So this day is 365. When you get to New Year's Day, for example, it tells you that it's day number 1. And then you also have your holidays there as well. So your holidays are listed. You have this printed thumb tabs right there. So we don't have physical tabs, but you have that to be able to look through and see where you are. And like I mentioned already, we have page numbers, and then that just kind of goes all the way through the year, and then you get to finally your year-end review, if I can find it. So we have a few notes pages at the back. Your year-end review is right here. So you can look at 2025, think, what was your word? Did you embody it? Look at your intentions and review that. Look at your year list and review that. And then your life area assessment that I mentioned earlier. Again, you know what they were at the start. So you just copy it over from here, right? And then looking at the end now of the year, where are you? And then you can make little notes on what you observe, or you can use it to write down your highlights for each of those areas. So for example, for work and education, come next year, I'll be like, yeah, I launched 2026 planner, that kind of thing. Just list 3 different three different wins, or you could do 1 win, 1 challenge, 1 lesson learned, that kind of thing. You can have that space for that. And it also reminds you to refer to page 11. So that's just this page here. And then you can look at your goals as well. How did you do? 100% meaning you completed it, or just 50% you didn't quite get there, or 0% you didn't even start at all. What are you grateful for? What worked well? What didn't work well or go as planned? What were your yearly faves? Yes, those are the things that really stood out for you in terms of what you watched, what you listened to, the places you went to. You can really map that there. And then the habits that you made good progress in, the one you struggled in, and any skills or hobbies you gained or improved. And then finally, what are your intentions and improvements for next year? And then we have a few notes pages. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and finished. That's the end of the planner. I hope you enjoyed that. I thoroughly enjoyed doing that, just sharing with you what's in the Simple Agenda Planner. It is all available to purchase now. I will put the link in the bio or in the description box so that you know where to get your copy from. But this is our new 2025 Simple Agenda Planner, and I am super proud of them, and I just can't wait for you to purchase your copy and have one to hand to help you be as successful, productive, and fulfilling as you can for 2025 and beyond. God bless you. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch up with you in my next video.